Hello. Nice to see yous. Robot Cooper. Kitsune. Hello. Thanks very much for coming on. What? Fucking what? I know. Look at this. Webcam. Microphone. Yeah. This fella. I can't remember what this is called. Vixen. What's this called again? And don't be like sarcastic and go, oh, it's a floral necklace or something like that. But aye, it's a lei. Wearing a lei because it's last time we were on stream said it how it was Vixen's birthday, but it's actually her birthday today. We were celebrating her birthday in the weekend there, which I got horrendously drunk. So there you go. Can't remember going to bed or anything. Smashing. So it's her birthday today, so if you give Vixen a wee happy birthday, that'll be awesome. Kitsune, thank you very much for the host as well. Awesome of you. I hope you're doing well. You get to see that lovely face now. I was growing a beard. Well, trying to grow a beard anyway, and yeah, it's just like way too patchy. Like I could get like a ripping tash, and like one side of the goatee goes like really, really long. The other one doesn't. So I shaved it down, and yeah, tried to see what it looked like with a goatee, but I don't think goatees suit big rounder egg faces. So then I took it down to the moustache, whapped that off. Nah, doesn't look good at all. Aloha. Aloha should have been the actual fucking intro. Thank you, Andrew. So I hope you're all doing well. This was an absolute pain in the arse to try and like set up and stuff. This pop filter, fuck me, man. I might just fuck it off. It's just like doesn't want to bend to how I want it to go. So I don't even know if it works properly. It's probably too close to the mic. So fuck knows. He did get very drunk. I did get very drunk. Yes, you did. Southie also confirming that I got very, very drunk. I wasn't the only one that got very drunk, so it wasn't like everyone was just watching me. Tech is fun, right? Tech's amazing. It's really good, especially when you've got like hundreds of cables just like kicking about the place. Yeah, I've ordered like a longer cable so that this is not going across there and stuff. I've got like a light, it's up there, which is one of Vixen's makeup lights, and it's like just perched on top of the behind the monitor. There's like a pillar. It's just on that, so I'm waiting for Cake the cat, who's chilling in the back, out of shot. I'm waiting for her to kind of jump up and just fuck everything up, which will be really, really good. The pop filter is just a wee bit too close to the mic. It's actually resting on the mic as well, and I can't get further up as well. I know you're good with your audio stuff as well, Callum. So, we were just watching you and Jack drunk argue about video games. So when we get in the ASMR with your new mic, sorry if this like really kills people's like headphones and stuff in their ears, but hi there, son. Greg's is closed now because social distancing. Hi, cheers, bye. There you go. Also, I've updated the glass checks. There's a little. It's really hard to see, but it's actually a small little glass bottle of Tizer. Anyway, I've been talking a lot of shite. Oh, there's Nightbots striking people out. Kitsune's under attack from Nightbot. It's fine. Like Nightbot does that. I've tried changing some of the settings, and obviously it's not working that well. I'm assuming that you're saying nice things. We'll just go with that one. You're typing and you end up typing Greg's because of what I said. Got inside your head, man. Got inside your head, Mick. Also, it's nice seeing that you're here. That was too many exclamations. Ah, cool. I might give me something to go and try and tinker with next time for tomorrow. Sophie's got a pinger. Sophie's always got a pinger. Got a problem with that boy. He's got wood. Shame we're not on Catan. Definitely, man. Right. I think we'll just fire right into it. When I say fire right into it, I have been sitting here talking shite for 5 minutes, so that's good, isn't it? Right. So last time on Broken Sword, we went to the museum because we were speaking to Nico Collard, because like we found the old manuscript is probably the old Templar manuscript, and on there was certain kind of hints of maybe a grander scheme or something like that. So we went to the museum. We found the tripod, which would have been holding like a gem or a crystal or something like that. So that was like really like the last thing. The guy who we were going to see there, Lobano, he wasn't there. He wasn't working that day, so I think we just basically need to go and speak to Nico and just give her the rundown of what's happened. Have you got a Discord? I do not have a Discord. I'm in Discords with other people and stuff. I haven't set up a Discord for this channel. I didn't think it would need one, but I might actually make up a Discord at some point. Unless you have a Discord, I can go and join yours, Kitsune. On your first day, the bot accidentally banned everyone who joined in. Wow. Mine hasn't done that yet, so, and the keyword there was yet. So it's hard for me to see the camera up on my secondary screen up there, but there she is. That's Cake the cat. She's just chilling. I think she's sitting there because she can't get to sit over here because all this shit's in the way. Hey, Cake. Hello. She's a good wee pal. So, let's go to Nicole's place, which I think was here. Yeah, there you go. It's alright.
Hi. I've been to the Kroon Museum.
Did you speak to Lobino?
No, he wasn't there.
Also, we usually check up on what we've all had for lunch. So, what did we all have for lunch today? I had pasta, which was like really spicy. It was awesome. I also had an apple, some frazzles, and some water. Now I'm having a coffee. Having fun. Vixen's had fritellas. Sophie hasn't had anything. That's shocking. Mick had a mini fry-up. Boy. What a lad. Mick's definitely winning in the lunch department. Big Ginge, Mother's Pride, toast and ham and McCoy's. That's pretty good. That's a contender for best lunch. That is definitely a contender for best lunch. So yeah, this is the wee tripod thingy my doodad. Calbo Swaggins, ham sandwich, baby bells, and a yum yum. Fucking hell, baby bells are good. You know when you go abroad, like in Spain, they sell big fuck off baby bells. Yeah, they're the real deal, like. Yeah, Big Ginge, what flavour are the McCoys? Cheddar and onion. Cheddar and onion's good, but it's not as good as the fucking what's it called? The Thai chicken one, which they're vegan as well, so big thumbs up for me. Yum Yums, yeah, Yum Yums are awesome, man. Fucking ace.
I found the tripod.
Where?
In the museum. It belonged to the Templars. It was dug up in Ireland at a place called Loch Marne.
I have heard of Loch Marne. I read an article about the castle. Take a look for yourself.
A popular gossip magazine? You read that rubbish?
No, I write it.
Professor Nigel Pegram, excavating the medieval castle at Loch Marne. That's strange.
What?
He resigned his chair at Durham University in order to devote his time to the excavation. Not only that, but he canceled the filming of a 4th series of his popular television program. This site at Loch Marne must be awful important to him.
He's a professor of history. They're all cuckoo.
All the same, I'd like to talk to this Professor Pegram. How do you feel about a trip to Ireland?
Disappointed.
Huh?
That I won't be going. I want to follow up the Belota case. If you really think Pegram's gem is important, why don't you visit Loch Marne?
On my own? I'm not so sure about that. Where is Ireland exactly?
Any kind where Ireland is. Typical. I won't say it, but the background music is too loud. Yeah, I mean that was like that the last time. So there's bits where they've quite clearly they fixed the audio issues of the old game, and there's bits where they it's almost like they couldn't be in, they can't speak today. They couldn't have, or they've tried their best or whatever, and the audio levels are shoot way above the speech, which is shite because the subtitles are really, really small as well. And it's mad. Oh, I can't go into options. But if I'm going to options, the music sliders is lower than everything else. Just a really badly kind of audio tracked game. It's too old, probably. Scientologist. Hello? How's it going? What else have I missed? Fried dough. Pretty good. Yeah. Bakeries are ace, man. They're very, very good. We've got a Baines round the corner from us. I went vegan in November, something like that. Probably October, so fuck all I can eat from there, basically.
Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clan's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The second week of July. They were both here at the same time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
Also, yeah, as I'm trying to update you all on everything that's happened with the stream and stuff, but with the glass checks, I've added bits in there that you can redeem for. One of them is, if you redeem enough points, I call you a cunt. There you go. One of them is a grab cake. I mean, she's pretty much sitting there, so you're getting free glass check shite with that. I blew you a kiss. There's a random fact about me. Aye. It's better than the old shite that's usually there.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Right, okay, so that was a tripod.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
A gem. Oh yeah, and the really, really annoying thing about this is that you can't just exit out of this the sheet here. You have to exhaust everything first, then you can escape. Strange.
There's a guy working on a loom.
There's a guy working on a loom.
A knight with a crystal ball. The knight scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings.
Yeah, we know all this stuff, so let's
There's
skip through it. Then we come out with it. So, I guess we're going to Ireland then, eh?
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Which, if you know this game, when you go to Ireland, there's the goat.
I passed the castle on the way into Loch Marne, the castle where Pegram's excavation was located.
There you go. Just like that, we're in Ireland. So, not too bad. Let's talk to this wee fella. Go let me. There you go.
Hi there.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
I'm George Stobbart, and I'm with the good guys.
You're a head case, mister.
He legit is a wee felly.
Short of a picnic.
Cut the crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
I'm on the run from me dad.
Oh, he's just a wee
Why?
boy.
Did you do
I thought
something
he was a
bad?
guy.
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid. Is it your dad?
Oh, sir. He drinks
Man, that audio.
every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I. See what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to
Give me the loot,
Dublin
give me the
heavy
loot.
drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something in the grin on his
He
face
runned
told me he wasn't being strictly truthful. Compared to him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year.
So, right, I'm just going to exit
See you
this
later, kid.
Okay, mister.
because the audio was, again, ridiculous. Look at that. Speech volume there, music volume there, sound effects, and like music's way too loud. I'll drop it down to there and see what it's like, because when yeah, he was chatting there and I could barely hear him as well, so love a taxi to Paris. Yeah. Just a taxi, you know. It just takes a couple of minutes. Like, Ireland's right round the corner from Paris, so you're fine. He's one of the wee people, the little folk. Could be a tinker, get out there before he casts a spell on you. He's just a wee shaman. Just a wee... What's this? Here, what is this? This wasn't here at the start of the game. And then summer was over. Papa had to leave. We had no idea what was about to happen. No fear for the future. What the fuck is this? No warning. That's you? I guess that was, well, that was obviously Nico seen her dad leave? But have I done something for that to unlock? Because there's one missing here. Then we have that one. Fucking strange. Right, let's talk to him
Hey,
again.
McGuire.
What?
There's a prequel comic thing. Ah, okay. There you go.
What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No. It's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No. Only, what do you want to know? Oh, nothing.
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No.
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
Well, you look like you've just shat yourself, mate, so... you swear it was just there in the phone version. Not unlocked or whatever. This version's very confusing, yeah. Yeah. Fairies in the IRA live in the castle.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh, there's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Loch Man.
That audio's still quite loud. What I'm going to do...
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
I think it's funny because the rest of the game wasn't that bad. Like, the audio is legit, like, kind of all over the place. So I'll put speech up. Here we go.
Hey, McGuire.
What?
I think that sounds a little bit better.
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
A horrible snuffling and snorting, like O'Brien's pig, only
The
worse.
40 and coke.
It was coming from inside the castle.
Did you find out what was making the noise in the castle?
No fear. I just sat there on the wall like Humpty Dumpty. The moon was cracked and greasy like an old dinner plate. The yard was full of shadows. I could have been hiding anything. I would have gone home, but my legs had lost their stuffing.
So much giant swelling music blaring over everything else. Yeah, I know, like... I think it's the one thing that they've done really, really badly in this version, is the music and the audio levels are just all over the place. And then if you try and fix them, like, it's really hard to fix because it is all over the place. Does the music get horrendous in the pub and try to be... Oh, I don't know. We'll soon find out. DJ Bruce, how's it going, man? Thanks very much for popping by. Hope you're doing very well, man. Broken Sword series is great. I when I say that, I've played 1 and I played 2 and I played a bit of 3. That's it. I've completed 1, not this version. I haven't completed 2. I would always get stuck at the very, very last puzzle inside the temple, and I didn't get all the way through 3. To be a banshee, be careful. To be Banshee Labyrinth. Good pub. Nice to hear you finally got an affiliate. Yeah, man. It's good. I can make better fucking resolutions and all that kind of shit, so it's very good. And a couple of people have subscribed already as well, so that was very nice of them. These streams have made me want to dig out your big box of Broken Sword 5 you bagged. Man, if you dig it out, go take a photo of it and send it to me on Twitter. I will see that. That sounds cool as fuck. 4 and 5 go back to clicking, you just... we can just spoil 5 for you. I mean 3. Spent too much money. No such thing as spend too much money on Broken Sword, man.
Did you get to see the ghost?
Indeed I did. And a fearsome sight it is too. I sat on my arse, waited while the moon went down. Then out it comes from the shadows, all grey and tattered and hunched over like an old bent willow. Then I hears this spluttering and splashing and horrible laughter in the dark. I was so scared. Why, I fell off the bloody wall.
Ah, you meant spoil 3.
I'm sure there's a rational explanation for what you saw at the castle.
There is. The bloody place is haunted.
Spoiling 3 sounds like a good idea to me, because I remember not liking it.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
Here in Lochmarn, they all dress like clowns.
The man I'm looking for is a dangerous psychotic.
Jesus. It's just like that film I saw. There's this clown, see? And he's after this kid who saw him kill a guy. He tries to warn the sheriff,
man.
only no one believes him. Then, while he's in the tub, the clown cuts him up with a chainsaw.
My God, that doesn't sound suitable for a kid like you.
Who are you calling a kid? I'm 25.
Yeah, right. You're not a day over 14.
Oh no, it's 25 that I am. Married with a car and 3 kids.
Fuck's sake,
10
man.
kids if you count the wives.
What's a top shagger like?
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Can you describe him like on the telly in the cop shows?
He's an English archaeologist.
I know the man you mean if he's the one.
Can you tell me where I'd find Pegram?
No, I can't, 'cause he's not here now, but if I sees him, I'll ask him.
Do you know what Pegram was doing in the castle?
Digging for buried treasure.
Having like fucking
jewels
massive wank.
and gold and skeletons, like in the films.
Say, just him kicking about with the ghost, having a big massive chug. Irish cinema is wild. It fucking is. Married with 3 kids at 25, he doesn't waste any time. No, like fucking right into the shagging, right into it. Man can shag for Ireland. Let's show him the picture of the killer.
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character. No, I never seed him.
I never seed him.
Have you ever seen anyone wearing one of these?
Sure. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That belongs to the killer clown you're looking for.
That's right.
Can I have it?
Sorry, I'm keeping this as evidence.
You should have told the cops.
I did. They weren't interested.
You should run tests on that, mister. You could identify the murderer with a sample of his snot.
Yuck. I don't think so.
But the thing is, I've got a handkerchief that's got his cum on it. So, here you go. Got him.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
That ends that.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Lifting drains.
Dead right. How did you know that?
Smart boy.
Work experience course at school. They gives me a choice of going down the drains or up the chimney.
You're kidding.
Good old Ireland, eh? Send your wains down the drains or send them up the fucking... up the valley. He's like, I'm surprised they didn't have a better joke for the tissue. Yeah. Could have easily stuck a wee jizz joke in there, like we've been doing. I like to always save this to the end. The wee shocker.
Do you recognize this matchbook, McGuire?
No, sir. I never seen it before in my life.
Never seen it before in my life.
Ever heard of Thomas Merlin or the Gruber Electronics Corporation?
No?
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come on. I just want to show you a little trick.
No way, mister. I don't do tricks. Father Mahoney told me I'd burn in hell if I did.
I just want to shake your hand, that's all.
No way.
Good God-fearing man. Right.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside.
I was locked from the inside. Okay.
I tugged at the plastic cover, but it didn't move.
Fucking George, man. Just kicking about, tugging at fucking everything in sight. Besides his willy. Okay, so the pub isn't loud. It's just... oh, it's starting to pick up. Nah. I think we might be alright.
My name's George.
Pleased to meet you, mister. My name's Fitzgerald.
Shock and run. I know, just like everyone that you see just like fucking boof. Then after you go.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Just give it one of those fucking ASLs. Go right up to the castle. ASL, mate. There you go. That's how you find it.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died. We didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
Scientologists coming in with loving the folk in the pub. See, I can't remember them. I remembered a wee bit of them top shagger at the front door, but everyone else in here I really can't remember at all. There's a boy sneezing. There he is. No covering his mouth though. That's not good. Boy behind the bar snoozing. He's having a wee rest. He could be working all sorts of shifts.
Do you know Professor Pegram?
He's the archaeologist,
Right.
Isn't he?
We'll get
That's
something
right.
A wee swally.
Did you work at Professor Pegram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
And these conversations are really short.
Can I get you another drink?
Oh, no thank you. I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves.
Pregnant.
More than a pint and I'll pass out.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
What does this red nose suggest to you?
Blood.
Why's that?
I used to bleed a lot when I was a kid. Every time there was a playground scrap, I'd end up with a bloody nose. I wouldn't have minded, but I wasn't even involved in the scraps.
Getting too close to the pit. Needs to step back.
What does this tissue suggest to you?
Nothing.
Fucking hee-haw.
What do you think this tool is used for?
Something to do with horses?
Wrong. It's for opening manhole covers.
Oh, really? Well, you learn something every day.
That boy sneezing. Southie, I don't know if you're still in the chat or whatever. Have you decided if you're streaming later on today? Let me know.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No.
Oh, that's that
Check
then.
out this pass.
Thomas Merlin? No, never heard of him.
Shake my hand.
It's a trick, isn't it?
Damn it,
No.
you're right. I can't seem to fool anyone.
I'm pretty sure, like, the whole thing is like, you try it on absolutely everyone and, like, everyone says no to it. But there's one instance where, you have to use it. I'm pretty sure. But, we'll get him.
See you later.
Right, let's go to Sneezing Boy. Cause,
Hi there, old-timer. What? Nasty cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty? I put the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner. Pious prig. Anyway, this is no ordinary cold. 'Tis the hay fever.
Pollinosis?
Thank you. You're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
Police? No. I'd know it if you were.
once again, this game coming back in with a big strong ACAB message. Very good. What a shit way to say hi to I don't know. So good. George doesn't give a fuck, like. That's the task you need to aim for. Man, like, there's no chance. Like, the hair just does not grow close enough on my cheeks. It's very spread out. It's just like strands. Like fucking roots coming at my face. It's bad. It's bad.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
I've seen what it can do.
There's no tenants. There's no tenants. Crisp, refreshing tenants lager.
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me bucko. Lochmarn Castle is haunted.
That's what the kid outside told me, but I don't believe it.
Then you're a fool.
Ghosts don't bother me.
Fool if I took.
I still want to visit that castle.
You can't. It's not open to the public.
There's no one around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
Grow two long strands. Yeah, that's it. Just two fucking big long ones. Again, is weave them in and just tie a wee knot. Tie a wee knot right there. Maybe good to go. Oh, I'm awfully burpy.
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure. With me very own eyes.
Can you describe the ghost?
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast, long beak, straggly, flappy wings.
Are you sure it wasn't a wild animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk? In Lochmarn? That'll be the day. No, that was a ghost, to be sure.
I think I know what you saw on the castle wall.
I know what I saw.
I don't think so. It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He thought you were the Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh!
I love how it still has the track of him sneezing. Even though I'm talking to him, he's not sneezing at all. Good.
Do you know Pegram, the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it? No, I don't know him.
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one. When my little lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
Can you identify this tool?
No.
That's a no.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
I can't tell without me glasses.
Here comes cake. You alright there, pal? For a wee wander, aye? You'll see I'm busy that. To be honest, this is the first time she's had a proper sniff around all this kind of stuff. Right.
What does this red nose
break
mean to
anything.
you?
Nothing.
Not on.
You could make use of this tissue.
Never use them. Those things are unhygienic.
This is like Boris Johnson patter, isn't it?
What does this matchbook mean to you?
Nothing. Go away and stop bothering me.
Take a look at this ID card.
I don't know anything about it.
Right, let's shock the cunt.
Hey, would you like to shake my... no, on second thought, forget it.
Aye, he's a
I'll see
wee
you
bit
later.
infected. He's down with the sickness.
It was a beer-stained piece of toweling.
Honestly, like, this is like what Kate does like all the time, and like all the other streams that we've had. Yous have just not seen it, but she just legit just like walks back and forth, right in front of the screen.
Top of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Do you want something? Or are you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is
Oh,
it a
you're just
room you're
being
after?
racist, George.
That's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could. If you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the undertaker comes to collect him.
Hey. What about George is like, oh, hey, leave the camera up. What about George is like rocking up to someone and just being like, give them the Irish patter? Like, say it, man.
Have you served any, clowns recently?
No. You're the first today.
Sick burn. Sick burn.
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Oh, no. I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Did Pegram stay here?
Yes, he did. 6 nights plus breakfast.
You get some like cat ASMR right now. Hey, pal.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and worn with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
I'm so sorry. Please let me buy you a whiskey. Well, you see, George is American. I don't know. I'm not saying anything. But we're all thinking it. Yeah. Yeah, Andrew, I was going to say basically something very similar to what you just said there.
May I borrow this towel?
Sure you can, on one condition.
What's that?
You keep it away from old Ron.
Who's Ron?
That's him in the corner, with the hygiene problem.
Big fucking Ron. Big sneezy Ron.
Here's something which might interest you.
It doesn't.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score to settle.
I don't want any trouble in the bar, mister. If it's a fight you're looking for, see Father Mahoney.
A priest? A man of the cloth?
Sure. And he teaches the boys how to box at the youth club. According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you the art of pugilism? Dial.
Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
Never mind.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
As an American who studied abroad in Ireland, I heard that from my classmates a lot. Yeah.
Does this tissue mean
It seems to
anything
be the
you?
number one patter.
That's disgusting.
Uh-huh. I found it in the sewers.
What's the idea of waving it around in my face? You're worse than old Ron. Put it away, man.
Hey, bartender?
Landlord, if you don't mind.
Sorry.
I think you
Shake
find.
my hand, why don't you?
Now, why should I do that? What have you got up your sleeve?
Nothing. Come on, just shake my hand.
Not just now, mister. I have to be careful on account of the health restrictions.
Aw, jeez. Do you recognize this matchbook?
No, sir.
Do you recognize the name on this card?
No. Should I?
Nah, it was a long shot.
I know, like, a lot of these items, like, they get me absolutely nowhere, but I just like to make sure that I've exhausted absolutely everything. So, that's my excuse.
Look, I gotta be going. Hi, my name's Stobbart, George Stobbart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
Also, before I go any further, I'm assuming that quite a few of you have been watching Richie's streams of Metal Gear Solid, because if you haven't, you should be. They're phenomenal. I was watching them last night and I was howling all the time. Like him being stuck in the cell and hide underneath the bed at the wrong time, not using the ketchup, like it's like comedy gold. It's some good shit, like MGS Morgan, man, it is some funny shit. Like I thought like he couldn't like beat how good Dark Souls was, but holy fuck, man, unreal. It's pure Richie, one of the best. It's amazing, it's so good. Like his fight against Sniper Wolf and stuff as well. Fuck me, everything's gold about it. You need to have a lot of patience. If you don't, then oh, bad news for you. Yeah, like it just gets to the point when the ninja goes like, "Fuck, for fuck's sake, go progress this game, please."
Do you know Professor Pegram?
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Does that mean that Meryl's a goner? He survived the torture scene several times, which means that she's okay, doesn't it? I can't remember. I think it does mean she's okay. I think it means that everyone's okay.
Do you know anything about Pegram's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
Yes,
Pegram was digging for historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien. I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't be arrowheads and beakers. Fast food cartons and flavored condoms, more likely.
Andrew, you have redeemed 500 glass checks, which means Andrew Radspiel, you're a fucking cunt. There you go. There you go. I think Guy was saying later, you get raging at Richie, aside from you're not. Yeah, you get so frustrated. And the chat's incredible. There's a lot of good patter going on. If you survive the torture, always good. And there's Andrew with a wee shin cup. Thanks very much, man.
Did anyone from the village work at Peagram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
Not happy, like.
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Let me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Let's get my tenants.
Can I buy you a drink?
You most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who? Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick. Same again.
Just a point this time, Michael.
1 point of brown coming up.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it, it was only last week. Fitzgerald was there all right. Him and a bunch of students. He was speaking with the boss man.
You get so frustrated, but you're laughing the whole time, Richie. It's pure gold. I know, like, there's so much shit, like, I was thinking, I did this when I was a wee boy, and he's a full-grown man, and it's just, like, everything that comes up is another just hurdle for him, and he's struck. It's incredible. It's so
Can
fucking
you tell me
good.
anything about the castle on the hill?
Oh, I don't know much about anything. You should ask Mr. O'Brien here. He does joined up writing. Would you be one of them history fellas yourself?
Aye, we're a wee bit of a history person.
That's right. Professor Stobbart, Miskatonic University.
You're an archaeologist, and you're asking us about the castle.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gentleman was talking to me. How come you didn't leave with the others?
I didn't know they'd gone.
Oh, yes. Packed their spades and shovels and away they went.
Seems I missed all the excitement.
What excitement?
Yeah, he did it as a kid without 100 people telling you what to do. And he still does it wrong. And it was like when he picked up his equipment after the after
the cream rise to the top, oh yeah.
There you go. The cream rises to the top. Various omnibus drones. Thanks very much for the follow. Hope you're doing very well. And thanks very much for popping along. So yeah, like, fucking, like, when he got out of the cell eventually and then went and got his equipment, and how there's a bomb in your equipment, and he looked at it and he read it several times, and it was saying like, oh, it's a mysterious sign, essentially get rid of it, and he just like, it's fine, just carry on. And like, I had to get to the point where Deep Throat gets him on the codec, and he's like, oh, by the way, mate, you want to fucking toss that bomb that's in your equipment? Fucking brilliant.
What do you make of this tool?
It's for lifting manhole covers.
You need to check out this MGS stream, it sounds legendary. Yeah, his Twitch stream is Wretched Morgan. I'm pretty sure someone in chat, yeah, there you go, Wretched Morgan. Check that out, like, phenomenal. Funny as fuck. Like, one of the funniest streams I've watched in a very, very long time. Resident Evil 2, you told him not to go down the ladder without getting the shotgun first. Oh, was that the because I seen last night lots of people saying, no, you need to go and get the shotgun and stuff. I guess that's what that pattern was. I didn't get it. He knows the chats because of Dark Souls streams. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because there were some things like last night, he's like, oh, that sounds like stuff that yous would say to get me killed. I think it was crawling over the mines. He was like, "Oh no, you're talking shite," basically, which people were generally trying to help on.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
It's a handsome mug on that fella, to be sure. Is he a film star?
What does this false nose mean to you?
No, you're a clown.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
No, boss.
May I shake your hand?
No, you can't.
Well, how come?
Because I'll spill me beer if you do.
I fucking bought you that beer, mate.
What do you think of this towel?
Whoa, he disappeared.
Now, there's a fine piece
This
of
is a bit
cloth
weird.
if ever I did see one. Such craft must surely come from linen cupboards of the Vatican itself.
What happened there? Keep on talking about the castle we haunted, but this is quite clearly haunted. A fucking boy just disappeared.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
No.
Irish magic. Oh, is he Guy from the Mecha Gamezilla videos? Yeah, that's the boy. Rich is fantastic. I think, yeah. He'll be told to do the right thing 10 times, and then he'll pick the 11th message, which is a troll message. It's fucking... Yeah, it's great. Out of the wall of text that gets thrown at him, telling him how to do something, he always seems to pick the wrong one.
Does this security
Fucking
pass
ace.
mean anything to you?
Well, no.
Cool, we're done with
Bye
you.
for now. Hello there. My name's George Stobbart.
Pleased to meet you, I'm Sean. I'm O'Brien. Can I help you?
So many people to talk to.
Do you know Sean Fitzgerald?
Yes, I do. What you want with him?
I want to talk to him about working at the dig.
I can't imagine anyone employing Sean Fitzgerald on a dig. He wouldn't know a post hole from his elbow.
Have you heard of the Phantom?
More than that. I've seen it. And let me tell you, it's a dreadful spectacle.
So it's not just a local legend. There really is a Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh, no. I was talking about the Phantom of the Opera.
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar?
I most certainly have. A remarkable institution. Did you know? They were the originators of our system of credit. Their financial empire stretched from the Atlantic to the Caspian Sea. With bases in so many countries, they had to establish new methods of fiscal transfer.
So, the Knights Templar were nothing but a bunch of bankers.
I don't get it. Are you saying these Templar guys invented bank
wankers.
charges?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose they did.
What a dirty trick. Didn't anyone try to stop them?
Oh, yes. They were arrested, and many were burnt at the stake.
Good. They bloody well deserved it if they were anything like my bank manager.
What can you tell me about the castle, Mr. O'Brien?
It's a fine sight now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh, no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
Templars were responsible for the Celtic... What the fuck is the Celtic Tiger? I'm sorry, but I don't get that one, but it sounds amazing though.
How can I get into the castle?
Well, those walls were built specifically to stop people getting in, Mr. Stobbart. But I dare say you'll find a way, if you've the will.
Can you tell me about the tripod which was found at the castle?
Now, there's a bone of contention and controversy. It was dug up by an Englishman of the archaeological persuasion.
Who was this Englishman?
Professor Pegram, the same man who dug up the gem.
That's the economic boom in Ireland during the 90s. There you go. You learn something new every day.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that, but he's gone from the village. A sore point with our esteemed host, I might add.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Wax on, wax off. Thank you very much for your follow. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing very, very well. Hope you're staying fresh and you're staying warm.
Do you know where Pegram has gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He upped anchor in the dark and shipped out before the dawn.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience or a secret assignation. Whatever the reason, he'll not be missed in Lochmar. Maybe now the fuss about the gem has died down, we can get back to normal.
Tell me about this gem, baby.
What can you tell me about the gem which Pegram found?
Now there's a gem which should never have been taken. A man would have to be full of greed to covet that stone. What's your interest in the jewel? You're not a reporter, are you?
Gonna turn into one of those butt plugs. He's okay what I'm talking about.
Yes, that's right.
Another bloody news hound. Well, you're
shouldn't
wasting
say
your
I was a
time here,
reporter.
boy. You'll find the people of Lochmar are a tight-lipped and cautious lot.
Why? Have you got something to hide?
It's just that we don't like to wash our dirty laundry in public.
Yeah, I should have said I wasn't a reporter because he isn't a reporter. It's Nico that's the reporter.
Why has Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
Well, why don't you ask him yourself, Mr. Ace Reporter?
Does this tool mean anything to you?
I'd say it was for lifting manhole covers.
You're correct.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Nope, I've never seen him before.
Does this red nose suggest anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
What do you make of this tissue?
I guess that muck on it is grease paint.
It's no grease paint. It's jizz.
Does this towel mean anything to you?
It's not actually jizz.
Sure, it's one of Leary's towels. Are you planning on stealing it?
Just borrowing it, if you must know. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The design is Middle Eastern, I'd say.
What can you tell me about this ID pass?
Gruber Electronics. I've never heard of it.
I've just noticed that his pint doesn't look like ale, doesn't look like lager. It just looks like he's got like a big pint glass full of soup.
I'd like to shake you by the hand, Mr. O'Brien.
Oh, no, you don't.
Ho ho, no you don't. I've been touching me own willy.
Goodbye for now.
Good riddance to you.
Right, last cunt to talk to.
He wasn't listening.
And he's no listening. And on that note, I need a piss. It's piss it's piss time. It looks like a KFC crushing. It does. Yeah, it's piss time for me. So get yourselves a wee beverage. I'll see you very, very soon. Hello. That's me back. Hope yous are all having a wonderful afternoon. Scientologist not a fan of the Crushums. Right. Right, I'm pretty sure when he's sneezing, that's when you want to grab the snare that he's making. So we'll wait for him to have a wee sneeze. There you go. Let's just skip past some of the dialogue there.
It was a short piece of wire, twisted into a rough circle.
Okay, what else can we do? We've talked to everyone here, so let's nip outside. Is there anything we can update with the kid?
Hey, McGuire.
What?
Well, not the kid, he's 25.
Do you know anything about Pegram's dig?
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
Oh, aye.
Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram bought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmar would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald says he's never been anywhere near the dig.
He's having you on, mister.
Oh, Fitzgerald is lying to us. Have you ever played Deathmark? I have not played Deathmark, and I've actually never heard of Deathmark. Got a good name though. Like, what's it about? Is it like a point and click, sort of similar to this? He's not actually 25. I think he is actually 25. He's just like the archetype jockey. It's a horror visual novel. I don't really do horror because I'm a very, very jumpy person. Jump scares like fucking ruin me. Like, they absolutely kill me.
What do you think this
probably why I
wire
haven't
could
heard
be
of
used
it.
for?
Stealing cars. There's only one problem.
The local policeman?
No. Nobody in Lochmarn has got a car.
You can be scared of your dad at 25.
What do you make of this, kid?
Hey, that's one of Leary's towels. He'll skin you alive.
That old windbag doesn't scare me.
I
Anyhow,
like to think he's
I'm
25.
only borrowing it.
You're pretty cool, mister. For an old guy.
And that's why you need to do some horror, to give people what they want. Holy fuck. Wax on, wax off, you donated £3. Get yourself a fizzy juice on me. Wow, thank you very much. Yeah, fucking hell, thank you. I certainly will get a fizzy juice. And the one that I'll get is grape Fanta. Because grape Fanta is the fucking business. It's really, really good. But no, like, thank you so much, by the way. That legit means quite a lot to me.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
You haven't had any grape Fanta? Oh, grape Fanta is amazing. It's a shame the grape Fanta over here is the sugar-free version. It's not as good as the full fat grape Fanta that you get like elsewhere. That's the only thing that's shite about it. But it's good. It's good that we have some sort of grape Fanta, grape juice. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm also kind of glad that you don't get the full fat one because I don't drink full fat juice at all, or soda for those who are not Scottish. Because it'll just fucking ruin me. You do with being healthier. Yeah, that says like I try and stay away from all that shite because I'm trying to lose weight and all that. Right. I'm pretty sure you need to kind of get this open to do something with the wash machine.
I tugged at the
Wash
plastic
machine,
cover, but it
dishwasher.
didn't move.
Just give him one of those ones. I know you've not said pineapple, but 99% sure that you don't open it. Yeah, I was just... yeah, I'm starting to get kind of flashbacks. I'm pretty sure you caused some sort of disturbance, shall we say.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Yeah.
Doyle told me you definitely worked at the dig. He's seen you there. You might as well admit it.
I knew this would happen. I knew I'd get caught.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefit at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he?
We're on to you, son.
So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it.
Came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Marquet? That doesn't sound like a Irish name.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Peagram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
The man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
Snuggins. My man. Thank you very much for the host. As you can see, there's been an upgrade to the stream. I'm using my phone as a webcam, which was a bit of a pain in the arse to get set up, but we got there, and I got myself a new mic as well. Good shit, like. So yeah, thank you very much for the host, and hello to everyone from Snuggins' stream. I'm Fizzy Joose. I'm from Edinburgh. I play point-and-click games, and I talk a lot of shite. So we should have been past this by now, but I just talked too much shite, so I'm sorry in advance. But nice to see yous. And also, Snuggins, thank you very much to being the first person to subscribe to the stream. Thanks very much. Got your fancy little first badge there, so thanks very much, man. I know that's you redeem glass checks for one of them, but you get a free one. Scientologist, you just did a big sneeze and you think you've been infected. Well, he's doing a lot of sneezing, so we're probably all infected by this boy's bad cough, bad cold. It'll feel like home. Yeah, definitely. I have stopped by Snuggins' streams a few times, and I like that. I like someone who talks shite a lot, so that's not a bad thing, Snuggins. It's all good, man. Glass checks. Yeah, glass checks are amazing. Apparently, I think just some places still do them. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've redeemed a glass check.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No. Why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
Fucking... Oh yeah, I remember this.
Hey, I just seen a big red.
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad
There you
talking
go. It's
about?
not 25.
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy, Michael.
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too,
Runned
neither.
over. Aye, very good. Also, I love how his audio was obviously recorded in a big metal bin. It sounded fucking terrible. It's fucking it's good, like. But I like how George just basically let him get up and fuck off outside. But we know he got.
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding my own business,
There's still
and I
water in
saw
that.
this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I.
still water
And
everywhere.
I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass. But the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy. I ate him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes. He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Interesting. Well, that's Sean away then. He got runned over. Right. The Sierra panicked when I caught him out, rushed out to the pub and was run over by a leprechaun. Can rented a leprechaun suit. It must be him. So yeah, there you go. But fucking hell, I'm rifting away like mad. That has been knocked over.
I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand.
Fuck's sake, George, look what you've fucking done. Right, I thought that would then stop the dishwasher from working. I must need to do something else to it. Those facial animations are top tier. Totally, man. How long do you fight the goat and quit? I believe we're coming up to the goat. A lot of people have been mentioning something at a castle, which I think we're going to go to once we're done here. And why is everything a fucking vision test? Yeah, like Karochi, like everything is in this. The subtitles are like really, really small. You can't change the size of them. I thought there would be an option at least so you can change the size of the subtitles, maybe change the colour. Can't do that. There's no mods. There's nothing, and they're really, really small. It's shite. And the audio levels go up and down all the place. I've tried playing with them in the game. In-game. But it's got we gotta live with it, unfortunately. You love the animation CG mix in those sequences. Yeah, I think they're fucking great.
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position.
Do we use this on it? Thought I'd at least pick up the switch. Do we shock it? See if he says anything else.
Hey, McGuire.
What?
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not.
Special Agent Shagger, reporting for duty. You just re-downloaded this just to see if it remembered right about the subtitles of the phone, and yeah, they're big on that. Yeah, oh well.
Did Fitzgerald drop anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Maybe the package fell somewhere out of sight.
It certainly did. We seen it fall down into
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Fucking drain pipe.
The plastic cover had been smashed and broken away, revealing a switch.
Right. But then it says the switch was broken.
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
May I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honored fashion.
Manhandled?
Suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp. Lowered into the cellar, utilizing the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven. I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I could fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh well, at least the gas washer
cool.
is still working.
Yeah, cool.
It's not my dear, is it?
We have the ID card for the electrician.
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well, now, isn't that marvellous? Here's a house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pumps. You can make a start on the glass washer.
Ah, cool. Now it's fucked.
And when you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Cunt's fucking sneezing a bit like mad.
I couldn't see anything obviously wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring. I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug.
I love George pulling it out and just put it back in. It's like the classic IT fix. It's fucked. Unplug it, plug it back in. It's probably gonna work. Right, I think we might need wiring on that.
I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire.
There you go. There you go.
I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions. Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half pint to that man on the house. Now,
fucking a half pint.
Look at the beer pumps.
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
A fucking getting rewarded a wee hoff. Nah, mate. Get your arse behind that bar and pour me an actual pint. Says fucking half shite. Or I'll glass you. Aye, George blowing up the pub. Just going, aye, fuck it. It's not my business. Just some other cunt's house. Right, let's go downstairs anyway. Oh, you cunt. I actually got... I actually got a wee bit of a fight with that rat
there. I heard
there.
the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
So, Various, if you're still around, and how I was saying, like, I don't play horror games, and I'm a really, really jumpy person, that proves it. That rat legit gave me quite a bit of a fright. One of the other games that we played was a game called Whispers of a Machine, which is incredible, which is on sale right now, I believe. There's a bit in that, and fucking hell, it ruined me. Big time.
I pulled the lever and the bolt creaked back into place.
Right, okay, so...
I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
So that's it unlocking. There's fucking something there. Fucking that, another rat, right, I will get out of here because I keep getting fucking me frights from that cunt. Right, I think we need to go upstairs now and open it so light gets inside.
I lifted the trap door and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
It's a fucking
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
And with a voice like that, you're definitely not an evil person. You're the world's most friendliest person with that voice. You might even do like kids' TV shows in the morning, make a living, doing audiobooks for children, something like that. You're definitely not a fucking murderer anyway. Tell you that for free. Price of that transaction, £0, 0 pence.
Now I could see. I spotted Mr. Leary's flashlight easily.
I could have spat over.
Then I noticed a flash of light.
Shoot
Something
his dick.
sparkling beneath the open trap door.
Fucking hell.
It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
Top shagger.
No way, you're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
Fuck him.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
No one in Ireland would say chips or crisps. I wish George would just be like, "Aye, alright, pal," and just like fuck him up, big crate of tenants. Get that around you. He's been quality so far, the wee boy.
The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
I don't know why. I remember something about getting this beer towel wet. I don't know why, I just remember it from when I played it as a kid. Don't know why the fuck we need to do that, but I remember
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Why would we need to do that?
It was a rectangle of toweling printed with the words, Nagopaline Stout builds body. The towel was soaked through with water. It was the barman's flashlight.
It was the barman's flashlight. Stinks like an old fucking trout.
It was a large blue gemstone.
Did he mean... Well, I think he did mean chips as in chips, not in crisps, right? I think he said packet, didn't he? I think he said packet. I think he means like just a packet of crisps. No, exactly, man. We're now carrying a cum rag and a wet towel. And Snuggan has redeemed enough glass checks for me to call him the C word. Snuggins, you're a fucking cunt. Thanks very much for redeeming those glass checks and allowing me to call you that. Sorry for hitting that mic. Thanks very much, man. George Stobbart now has it all. It's got what every man wants. A cummy rag and a wet rag now. What the fuck do we need that for? What do we need that for?
Hey, McGuire.
What?
What do you think of my flashlight?
It's a torch.
What do you think of my flashlight?
That's what we call it on this side of the Atlantic.
Want a closer look at the gem, McGuire?
You'd better hide that, mister. What if the
Hide.
pixie comes back? You'll be in trouble then.
I don't believe in pixies. Underneath that costume is a psychotic killer.
Smart.
Okay.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Who's this fucking suave fella?
Hi, do you speak English?
Well, now, what if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of practice.
It's like, okay, mate, we get it. You've read a book. You're saying now that the wet towel is not for these two screens.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
Just to save you offering all the guys in the pub a wet towel. Seen this wet towel, mate?
Did you happen
Yeah,
to see
today,
a red
mate.
sports car down on the road?
I caught a glimpse of a flash of red on the hill and
That's what would have happened as well.
Sure, it was an awful noise. A sports car, you say?
A Ferrari, to be exact.
A racing car? And what was it doing here? The poor fella must have been lost.
Oh, I just realised as well, for those that came across with Snuggin's his hosting, I don't usually wear this. It's my wife's birthday today. And in our street, we've got one of our neighbours is actually friends of ours. Like a dude that I used to work with a long time ago, and they just recently had a baby. And they came round the house today with a load of wee presents and stuff for my wife, which is really, really nice. And one of them is this lovely little fella here. So just in case you're wondering. I will do tell her. She actually might be in chat. Sometimes she just fires the stream on, just fucks off in the background, doesn't pay attention to it, but she should be there somewhere. But her name in chat is Vixen89.
The driver of the Ferrari was involved in an accident.
Is that so?
Yeah, he knocked somebody down outside the bar.
What an idiot! How could a thing like that happen?
He was traveling too fast.
So fast, he ran right under the car?
I mean, the car was traveling too fast.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard it coming.
You should be wearing them all the time, though. I know, man. I think this would be a very, very good look alongside my big patch J kit and stuff as well.
Maybe you know the guy who was hit by the Ferrari. His name is Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know him all right. That's me nephew, the idiot responsible for the stacking of my hay cart. Was he killed by the car?
Oh, no, but he has been abducted.
Well, that's a relief now.
Should be your hang. What's your hang, mate? My hang is wearing floral necklaces.
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
What for? From what you say, it's too late.
Well, you could report the matter to the police.
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They have only the one bicycle between them. In a question of superior acceleration, I put me money on the Ferrari.
Here, Snoogans, how's your new PC coming on? Seen a photo of it and it looked very, very nice.
I think you ought to know exactly what Sean has gotten himself into.
I'm not sure I want to know.
But you're his uncle. His own flesh and blood.
You're right, but what can I do?
Doesn't
If
give
I'm
a
not
fuck.
here to guard it, some idiot might try to climb the haystack. What a moral dilemma. Stay here and guard this potentially lethal agricultural construction, or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew, the very man responsible for said hazard? It'll need some thinking about.
Why, there's no problem.
You're right. Why didn't I think of it before? We'll demolish the haystack.
That's how you get fucked.
You don't have to demolish the haystack to go look for Sean. I'll stay here in your place and warn
or we can do
anyone
that.
who's silly enough to climb it.
Marvellous. I think I should start me inquiries in the bar.
You will see many ones sewed around
He strode off in the
patches from now
direction of
on.
McDevitt's bar, leaving me to contemplate the stack of hay.
Could be done. Sew a few of them onto my jeans, or I could sew them onto my shorts. I've got my crusty shorts on. Fucking these fellies, like that. Woo! Ugh. Fucking that. Delicious. So there you go. So could sew some of them into those shorts, huh? You benchmarked it on Shadow of the Tomb Raider Ultra settings, RTX on, and it was giving me a solid, consistent 100 frames per second. Oh, you fucker. That's ripping. Funnily enough, I've not benchmarked mine. I should really do it. I mean, I can play like I can play Broken Sword. Can your PC play Broken Sword? Probably doesn't, mate. You get really, really small subtitles so you can't do fucking anything about.
Short of the top of the wall. Even if I stretched as far as I could, the wall was out of reach. What I needed was a slice or two of Alice's Wonderland. I inserted the end of the lifting key in the mortarless crack and gave it a firm shove. It remained lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a step. I tugged at the lifting key and found it was held quite securely.
Here we go. Let me know who's... there he is. There he fucking is. His fucking face, he's raging. Right. Here we fucking go. Right. So, for those that don't know, those that never played Broken Sword or they've not heard the famous stuff about this game is the goat puzzle. So this is the goat puzzle. We want to get down there. If we click there, George gets he gets rammed. So what do you do? So we can explore around a little bit. Here we fucking go! Here we! This fucking puzzle screwed me. Yeah, DJ, we've talked about this puzzle before. Fuck, you even used a term. And it was a term that was pretty much designed, it was made for this puzzle. And I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically, it's basically to say it's a bullshit puzzle. Something like that. I'm not a doctor, so. Moon logic. There you go. Thanks, man.
The rope by which the goat was tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
Hold on. Have they made it easy? Holy fuck. That is dog shit. That is absolute dog shit. I know how to do this puzzle. But this is the director's cut. So this puzzle originally was renowned for being like extremely difficult to solve. Part of the fact that it introduces sort of like a little mechanic which has never been seen in the game so far. So yeah, you're wanting to go down here, so when you originally go, you get knocked over by the goat. When you go over here to the plough, the goat would also knock you back. And you can't use any items on it, you can't do anything like that. Practice for games done quick. Aye, that'll be right. You thought it was the last time you did director's cut as well. Anticlimactic springs to mind. Yeah, fucking hell. We were gearing up for something really good here. So yeah, so people were legit like stuck on this puzzle for fucking ages. But what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to go down here first, and then as George is like hit the ground, you can interact with this, and then George just all of a sudden gets up and sprints across the screen, and then moves the plough catching the goat. George has never sprinted in this game, ever. And there was never ever like do that to then get like I can interact with something else. So it was like it threw people off a lot. But that was very anticlimactic, but I knew how to do it anyway. I was thinking about fucking about with for a wee bit. So they removed it for being a bad puzzle. Karaoke. They did. Apparently so. I didn't know they did that. I think it's bullshit that they did that, to be honest. They should have just kept it in. It's been hard as fuck because people know about it. If you didn't know about it, you fucking know about it. Grabbing the rabbit snare was an earlier example. Yeah. It was. But it wasn't requiring you to like interact with one thing to then interact with another thing, and also the sprinting as well. But it was probably trying to teach people, but a lot of people didn't really see it as that way. And now I remember why we have the wet tool. It probably didn't work too well with testing it on touchscreens. That's actually a good shout. That's a very good shout.
I tried in vain to move the panel.
So we can't move it.
I placed my fingers and thumb into the holes
Placed
in the
his fingers
wall.
into his eyes.
Nothing happened.
He slept no reference. So there you go. I was going to start singing it, but there's no chance of that happening. Yeah, it was not clear enough for sure. It's 10 levels beyond grabbing this there. Yeah, it is. Like, and for people who have not seen that puzzle before, that there does not do it justice. Because that looks like, oh, for fucking hell, like, I've been stuck on puzzles in this game for a lot longer than that. Like, go to YouTube, like, search Goat Puzzle and stuff, you'll find plenty of shit about it. Because people legit were, like, stumped. Like, people stopped playing this game because of that puzzle. And then they just made it super easy. You don't even need to do the front and back. Alright, we got this felly.
The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
Which is what we want anyway.
As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand.
So there you go. So, if you notice these holes match up with these over here, you have some plaster of Paris.
As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was. Plaster of Paris. I'd used it in kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints.
This is like another thing where I've heard about it before I actually ever interacted with it in real life. I played this and knew what Plaster of Paris was before going into like fucking one of the primary school classes and stuff, and we had to like make like paper mache and stuff and like play around with Plaster of Paris. And I was like, oh, it's just like fucking Broken Sword. There you go. Basically, my whole childhood is based around Broken Sword. Just pick up the holes. It's nice. Just get a shovel. Just use your hands. Just scoop it up and just force it in. Plaster of Paris, but you're in Dublin. Ho ho! Maybe they should have called it Plaster of Dublin. Ho ho! Anyway.
I reached into the sack, but it was empty.
Oh, it's empty? Oh, have I picked some up? Aye, we have. I was like, oh, fucking hell. That's throwing me off. I'm like talking like I know what I'm fucking doing and everything. Right. We're going to put that in the hole. Or we're going to try and put it in the hole. Oh, yeah, we need to interact with it first. Silly bastard. Plaster of Paris sounds like a euphemism for snow. Plaster of Paris sounds like a French plasterer. It's the only thing that's going to my head, and I'm really sorry.
I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the holes were filled.
You fuck that. So you fuck all the you fuck all the cocaine right on the floor there. Give it a wee scoosh. Man, that liquid looks rotten.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster.
Now we've got
I
ourselves a
eased
wee
the
slab.
solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
One message was deleted by a moderator. Moloch. Yeah. There's more where that came from. Yeah, Nightbot doesn't like links, and to be honest, I prefer people not posting links up in chat because it could be for anything. If you really, really want me to see the link, just send it to me on Twitter. Just do it that way. It was a bot trying to sell flowers, don't worry about it. Oh, was that the same? Was that some cunt trying to sell me flowers? Quality, man. What if I wanted flowers? But I've got some flowers already, so it can bolt. Followers? You even said followers. I read that as flowers. It's even better. Mate, I don't need followers. There's 14 people in here watching me talk shite about Broken Sword.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
Fuck off, Moloch, then. I mean, he could actually be a nice person. He might not actually be a bot, and you've just told him to fuck off, and we've all told him to fuck off. If you're not a bot, I'm really, really sorry. If you are a bot, fuck off. By the end of this shit, we'll be full-time streamers. I know, man. Like, I've nearly finished college, and who was it? Fucking someone said the other time, it's like, oh, I'm going to be the Scottish ninja, which is, it's like absolutely ruined me. But I was like, doesn't that mean like I have to say racist things? Or just be a prick in general? And I can call him a prick all I want as well. He's not on Twitch anymore. That's Richie. Yeah, Richie is definitely the new ninja. Definitely using his gaming skills on Metal Gear Solid for sure. The flashlight coming in handy there. A name followed by 4 numbers. We're back in Paddy. He's hitting partner numbers already. Is he? Fucking hell, man. Well played, Tom. The phrase, the Scottish ninja, is such a weak mindset. It is a weak mindset. But we're strong. We're too strong for that shite. I had over 100 yesterday. Fucking hell, man.
I had messages waiting to be played.
Well, like, fair enough, like.
3 messages.
Hey, Collard, it's me, your favorite editor. Guess what? I'm gonna give you a second chance. I need somebody to write the TV column. Pays lousy, so what's new? If you're interested, drop by the office. In fact, drop by the office anyway. We have to talk, Nico. That story of yours I spiked. It won't go away. You've made some dangerous enemies out there.
Hey, Nico, it's your old pal. I mean, your new pal, George. Whoa, Ireland. It's a whole different country.
Whoa.
And I got some amazing news for you. Gem of a story, in fact. Oh, gotta go. Yeah, fella here's got a drink lined up for me. See you tomorrow, Nico. Slonsha. Yep, only here for a day and I'm speaking the lingo like a local.
Mademoiselle Collard, this is Imelda Carchon. I wanted to thank you for being so understanding when... Come to lunch, why don't you? Tomorrow. I might have more news. There's a Monsieur Merlon coming to see me this evening. He says he knows why Pierre was murdered. In fact, he'll be here shortly. I shall let you know what he says. Goodbye, dear girl. Till tomorrow.
Merlin? Oh my God. Merlin's the killer. I better get over there and warn her now. When it came to being two-faced, Imelda was up there with the best. I owed her nothing. But I couldn't just let her die.
Fuck her. Put her in the fucking ground.
I arrived to find the Palais Royal courtyard deserted. I only hoped that I'd beaten the assassin here. I had to warn Imelda before it was too late.
Get that fucking woman turned to a skeleton right now. The Scottish Doctor Disrespect. Man, I can't stand that prick. I've got him muted on I've got him blocked on Twitter. Can he be done with that? Get the album back on. Most fucking certainly not, Robot. That album's never getting put back on ever again. The Scottish one, mate. Aye, that's good. That's good. We'll give you that. You had a 45-minute conference call about nothing. Oh man, I hate that. Big beefy, look at this, big handsome. Not as handsome as you, son. Thank you very much for coming along. Fucking. So basically in Ireland we've got the gem. We've got the gem that goes on top of the tripod. One of the guys who was in there who had the gem and stuff, he was being deceitful to us and stuff. And he went to run out the pub, and the costume killer fucking run him over with his Ferrari, and then kidnapped him. But we got the gem, we went to the castle, we did the goat puzzle, which they've nerfed in this. You don't need to do most of it. The puzzle almost does it itself, which is a shame. So yeah, George got the gem, and it's went back to Paris, where we picked up with Nico, and she just got some voice messages there. Her boss is wanting her to come in for a wee chat, and then we also had a message from the wife of the guy who got murdered at the start, Carshon's wife, and it seems like the costume killer is on his way to get her killed. Stick her in the mud. What else have I missed? So Scientologist has redeemed 850 glass checks to find out a random fact about me. I am absolutely terrified of sharks. There you go. I have a phobia of sharks. They scare the fucking daylights out of me. It's part of the fact, like, I respect them as a creature, but it's part of the fact that they are pretty much purely built for destruction. Like, they're killers. They don't get diseases. They can smell blood from fucking miles away. In water as well. They're fast as fuck. And they're and when they attack, their eyes fucking roll back, or they've got like an eyelid thing. It kind of goes over. They protect their eyes, and they look hellish. They don't belong in this earth. You respect them as a creature, but far away. Yeah, same. I can watch stuff like on TV about them, and movies and stuff, like Deep Blue Sea, good film. Shame when the parrot gets punched, but anyway. But see, like, it kind of ties in with another fear of mine, which is swimming in deep ocean, like deep sea, deep ocean, deep sea, same thing. It's you just don't know what the fuck is below you. So when it comes to playing video games as well, I hate it. So like Tomb Raider and all that, Far Cry, can't play them because of sharks. I don't want to be put in the situation where I'm controlling a character trying to dodge sharks. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. You drink from a Joose tumbler. I do as well. I've got a plastic tumbler that I got from Universal in Osaka, and it's a Joose one. And I think what's weird, really weird, is I fucking loved Joose when I was a wee kid. Fucking, I don't know. It's like when I've gotten older, something in my brains went, no, you should watch it for them. Because like I'm going to walk down the street here, a shark's going to get me. Fucking daft as fuck. I've missed things in the chat as well, so bear with me. Fucking shite, as always. What's happened? You're going to shit yourself when Can turns up in a shark costume. Like he's going to turn up wearing the same costume from the Super Bowl. You know, that one. Because we all know what that means, the shark from the Super Bowl, don't we? Wimrick the Red. Hey there, happy to host. Yeah, thank you very much for the host, dude. And thank you very much for coming along. And again, thank you very much for affiliate. Wouldn't be able to do it without your help. I hope your streaming's going really, really well too. If anyone wants to check out a good streamer, go and check out Wimrick the Red. A cool dude, for sure. Then Snugan wishing Vixen a very happy birthday. The New York Aquarium in Brooklyn has a massive great white exhibit. See, that sounds cool as fuck, but at the same time I'm be like, oh, what if it gets me? Sea of Thieves. Yes, Beefy. Like, it took me ages to play Sea of Thieves because there were sharks in it. It took me a long time to get used to them, like when they kind of spawn, how they move, all that kind of shit, and now I'm fine with it. But fuck me, it took me a long time. Like, folk in the boat would go and like grab all the stuff in the water. I'd always stay on the boat and go, I'll just grab things from here. I don't want to get bitten by a shark, but it's fine now. They're not that bad. Yeah, deep ocean's pretty bad, man. Yeah. Cthulhu could be kicking about and stuff and everything down there. I love being on the sea as well. I love being on boats. Just don't want to get in the water. Yeah, shame Vixen's working. She's downstairs working away. Putting a fucking roof over my head doing this shit, eh? What the fuck do you think of the Megs then? I thought that, like, when you play the tutorial, you see, like, the first Meg, fucking hell, shat it. But then I got used to them as well. I thought, like, the design of them was really, really cool. It's just, like, exposure to it kind of made it seem like it's acceptable, essentially. DJ Bruce, thank you very much for the host, man. You are a top shagger. You know that, though.
Locked? No way was I going to break through a door like that. The intercom system wasn't working. Bad sign. Somebody had cut the wire.
Someone has cut the wire. Well, that is not good.
That broken window looked like the best way in.
That was a pain to do on mobile. Well, thank you very much for going through pain to host me, man. I appreciate it. And also, I know it's a pain in the arse on mobile. A lot of Twitch's interfaces and stuff are really bad on mobile, even if you have the app. I suppose you're more exposed to Megs and sharks on Sea of Thieves than you are on Princess Street. I mean, you're not wrong. You are not wrong at all.
Fixed tight. Presumably to stop critics stealing it. Who else would want to?
Surely I can just fucking climb up it and get into that window, right?
I unhooked the first wire.
Oh, it's because it's like fucking, it's quite a far wee bit from the wall. Fair enough. So to pop in, say hello, and put up a host. I gotta check. I gotta get back to my
released
online
the second
Harvard
wire.
course.
Even with
Check
both
you.
wires removed, the statue remained upright.
Learning some computer and game programming. Have a great stream. Be on around 8 PM EST. Don't know what that is over here, but I'll probably. I think it's quite late on for me. I'm usually up really, really anyway. I'll probably check on you anyway, man. Thank you very much. So, Sea of Thieves as well. I love watching a wee bit of Sea of Thieves. I don't play it as much as often. I should really get back into it and play with Big Beefy and stuff. He plays a lot of it, and it's some good shit. It's too many sharks, and you do. Coming from me, you do get used to the sharks, though. Rimrick, your course sounds very intensive. I did a wee bit of software development back in the day when I was 18, and I hated it. And it's a pain in the arse, so all...
if I could deconstruct
all the
this, I
power
could
to you.
deconstruct anything.
And again, thank you very much for the hosting. Thank you very much for coming along.
The plastic sheet was thick and strong. I'd need more than my hands to tear it.
Rip and tear, baby. Can I just like combine them?
No.
Use the elephant.
No.
No. Use... Eh?
No.
Okay, I'm end up going to use absolutely everything.
No. No.
Sorry, people. Oh, there you go. We got there in the end. Fuck's sake. 8 PM EST is like 1 AM in the UK. Yeah. I'm usually up to about 2 o'clock in the morning most times anyway, so I'll probably catch you for a wee bit anyway. You're up at, yeah, Beefy, you're up at, yeah, nah man, fucking up at that early. And we're back to the start of the game. I think we need to be very sneaky. There's a light coming from in there.
My God, I'm too late.
She doesn't look too good.
Imelda. Oh no.
Nico?
Don't worry, you're going to be all right.
You know that isn't true.
It was Merlin, wasn't it?
Dressed as a cavalier. How absurd. You came to warn me, didn't you?
I must be crazy.
Let me see you, Nico.
All this time you were just using me. Which one is the real Imelda?
You are an extraordinary girl. Thierry would have been so proud of you.
You didn't know my father.
So like him. Something about the eyes. I wish we'd had time to get to know each other.
She was gone.
Sorry, away.
She cheated me, lied to me, used me. But why?
Because she knows shit. I know Robot. I noticed Richie doing a wee stream this morning of Flashback. I managed to catch a wee bit of it. Views are always welcome. And host as well. Yeah, man. Well, enjoy school. Well, try to enjoy school. And I'll catch you again sometime soon. Good, dude. You've got fash eyes. And not as in like fish, as in Nazi fash. You got a bash the fash, bash the fash. So, she's dead.
Even in death, Imelda
She's
looked the
too
same.
good.
Beautiful, inscrutable. The Ice Queen alone in her ice palace.
Look at this. Wee bit of a community going on in this chat. Love it. So there must be other killers, unless Can went straight from Ireland to Paris to do this murder. Just saying.
I opened it. Inside was a tiny gold key.
Oh, it's so small.
I took the key. I had to leave. I knew I could never return.
And that is her away. And I'm definitely not putting that album back on. Oh yeah, Dublin to Paris. I mean, as of course, silly me, we have discussed this earlier. It is just a short taxi journey around the corner.
You have no messages.
Such a weird noise for an answer machine. It sounds quite demonic.
It was a photograph of my father. The first one I ever took. With the first camera he ever bought me. They hadn't placed the bug on the photo.
He's a fucking Nazi. He's a Nazi. Bad cunt. And I love how Nico still has a photo, like the picture of him in her flat, after discovering that he is a very, very bad man. Says a lot about her than it does about anyone else. You would, but you'd fuck him, like. Sounds like Doctor Who's Cybermen. Right, I don't watch Doctor Who, but I know that you do, Vixen, and I'm going to trust you on that one. And for those that maybe want to kind of cross-reference that with their knowledge, let's listen again.
You have no messages.
Is that a Cyberman? I don't know. Vixen says it is, and I trust her, so. Hey, some of us just happen to have grandparents. We've never met, live in Argentina. Oh, gotta look, you gotta watch them. Gotta fucking watch them. Holy fuck. Right, my AutoMod's picked up something really bad, what Robot Cooper is saying. Is that for me to allow it or not? And we're going to allow it, because that's what the Nazis did. So there you go. There's a permitted term now in my chat, which is murdering African kids. I didn't. I'm pretty sure no one in chat has done that, but the Nazis did. Let that be a lesson. Heavy Cybermen vibes. There you go. He's a progressive liberal. Two sides to him murdering Africans. I mean, it's like, he might have been a bit of a Nazi, but he might have been a good cook. Two sides to every story.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
Oh, okay. Are we just going straight to...
I had no reason to go out into the night.
Oh, fuck, the tiny key. There was something in the chest. That'll be what the tiny key's for.
In the dim light, I caught the reflection of something metallic. A small, sinister-looking metal disc had been tucked under my father's box. It was a bug. Oh, chère cousine. You left me a little present. You shouldn't have.
That's some bad shit, like, if she's been bugged all this time. Where's she going with it?
You don't scare me. Espèce de...
Just fucked it right in the bin. Looking forward to have another code breaker. Man, don't say that. Did you really just chuck a bug, like the bug, into the bin? Surely you would want to, like, destroy it and... I don't know. Or play up to it. Like, you know it's there. Just go with the flow. Throw them off a wee bit. That's probably the better thing to do. Right, anyway.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
Carchon.
I took out the key. I couldn't believe it. Imelda's key opened my father's box. I dreaded what I was going to find inside.
Stash of porn.
It was a photograph of Imelda. But why here? In my father's box. I felt as if a black hole had swallowed me up. Imelda and Carchon grinning. While behind them a village was being razed to the ground. Its people butchered. And there, next to them, staring out at me across the years, my own father. There was a letter. I feared there was even worse to
Maybe her
come.
dad was like the cuck. I don't know.
Hotel St. George, Algiers, Friday. My darling Thierry, by the time you read this, you'll be safely out of Africa. You need not fear. Pierre and the organization do not know who you're really working for, or about us. Did you think I would betray you? I could not. You wanted me to leave him, but I don't have your courage. I know too much of what has been going on here. They would find me and they would kill us both. Enjoy your life in Paris, Thierry. Your life of honor, of patriotic duty. Do they give medals to spies? No. They'll just give you a funny job in an embassy somewhere. I could never share that with you. Imagine me, a diplomat's wife. So I must stay here with Pierre, the two of us bound together by what we have done to this country. Au revoir, my love. You will be in my heart until I die. Imelda. Suddenly everything made sense. My father had been working undercover for the government. He was one of the good guys after all.
There you go. Her dad's not a bastard.
He and Imelda must have fallen in love. She'd found out who he really was, so he had to leave. It had broken her heart, but she had never revealed
But
it
he
to
was a
anyone.
cuck, though.
I knew I couldn't either. Whatever he was doing, he'd had good reason to keep it secret. I decided I would respect that and tell nobody.
So there you go. Her dad's not a bad bastard after all. So I take everything back. What I said about him.
I knew it was George. For a moment I was tempted to pretend that I was out, or ask him to go away and come back later. But then... Come in.
Hello, George.
Just fucking appeared.
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead. Then Leary woke me in the middle of the night to help bail out the cellar.
The cellar was flooded?
Yeah, some idiot had left the faucet running.
And you say Pegram has disappeared?
Without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Pegram's gem?
The Templars gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
I conveniently keep it a secret. I don't want to tamper with the story too much.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Do we have to?
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Got the gem, we know where the tripod is. And yeah, you can't exit out of this, so we need to exhaust everything.
But the night through...
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
I think this is going to be a very good place to call it a quit for the day.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobinot at the Kron Museum. And why don't you see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
Just fucking watch your six and stay frosty.
I so much wanted to talk to George about everything that had happened, but I knew I never could. My father's connection to Africa would have to remain a secret forever. His bravery would be known only to the government and to me. Revealing it would just damage his memory. People would take the story and twist it. Before long, he would be the villain and Carchon would be the hero. I know how they do that. I'm a journalist.
Right. Can I save here? I cannot. Let's just go. We're going to go to the museum. Save it here. Sweet as a nut. We will save it there. And that'll be us for today. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone.
Oh, just a wee fucking stretch.
But yeah, thank you very much for coming along. It seems like the new setup works. I mean, if you think there's anything about the setup that could be changed or altered or tinkered around with, just let me know, because I am very, very new to all this. And I only got this microphone today. And like I say, I'm using my mobile phone as a webcam and stuff as well. So it's all kind of just ramshackle, just fired together. But it seems fine. Oh, what's happening in the chat? What's happening in the chat? Here's. Oh yeah, thank you everyone for coming along. We had follows, we had hosts, we had a donation. Fucking hell, what a time to be alive. This new setup is sweet, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm thinking that having the cam and stuff is like the good way to go and stuff, and I hope the mic sounds good as well. I had to play around with that. It's good to see that beautiful face in the stream. Oh, thank you very much, Mick. See, when this lockdown's over, you get a big old kiss from me. The only thing is that the follower thing is behind the chat. Follower thing is behind the chat. Could you elaborate a little bit more on that, Scientologist? I'm daft as fuck, and I don't fully understand what you're trying to say. What mic is it? It is the Blue Yeti Nano, which I got from Facebook Marketplace. Some boy in Sheffield, he was done and dusted with it, so I took it off his hands for some cash, and got a boom mic as well, which he threw in as well, which is fucking. It was a really good deal actually. The follower notification, Macho Man, the follow alert from the stream. So is that kind of coming up on the screen, making like the sound clip and all that? Is that happening first, or is are they following then it comes up like much later? Oh, it's behind the chat, right? I thought you meant it was behind in time, stuff like that. So yeah, cool. That's sweet. I'll move that. Thank you very much. See, I told you I'm fucking daft. Right, sweet. It's either I move it towards the middle or I just put it over the top of chat, because they're all old messages at the top anyway, so. Fucking sweet as a nut, man. Sweet as a fucking nut. Aye, cool. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Let's change the layer, you say. Sweet. Nice one. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for the hosts. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, thank you for being here. We will pick this up tomorrow. We've got sort of a path to go towards, and what we're going to try and do. And so stay warm. Can't fucking remember what I say. Stay safe. Stay warm, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good evening, and I love you all. Press the right button. Where is it? There it is.